a number of people for being here today. Of course, Mr. Charles McCall of the North Ridge YMCA. Thank you. He's been director there for 4 years now. He's done a tremendous job. And I think we all respect and appreciate. 3 and 666 is 1998. Think about that. If Mr. McFarland would be kind enough to step forward, I'd like to have him say a word. Mr. McFarland?
Thank you.
If you'd step forward.
Well, yeah, I said here, and I've been associated as long as I can remember. It's always been a pleasure working with Daisuke. One hell of a guy. One hell of a guy. When I say one hell of a guy, that's exactly. And I look forward to many happy years of working and associating with Ted Grossi and all the talent.
Thanks, Charles. I'm going to call you Charles. Thanks, Charles. Let me tell you something about my childhood. I was born outside of Detroit in a small suburban town, mainly ringed by industrial and commercial buildings. And I spent many years riding my bicycle nearby these buildings and around these buildings. And it was on one of these trips that I noticed that a large group of men would stand outside the buildings at lunchtime. They would watch what would happen around. It would mainly be blue-collar people going to or coming from their lunch time. And I decided that these were good people, that these were the people I should try to set my life in motion toward. And I spent many of my lunchtimes meeting the people.
Oh, yes.
Next, I'd like to have Rodney Spliffington, who's been with the department for over 20 years. We all know him as the voice in the morning. Rodney Spliffington, he's a really fabulous talent. He's been reading the morning bulletin here for, I guess, well, all the years he's been here since the start. He's really been tremendous. He's kind of a wit. He's a personality. We'd love to have him around. I'm not even sure Rodney's here tonight, although I can't imagine him missing one of our functions.
Oh, there you go.
Rodney!
Thank you. I want to thank you personally, and I want to thank everyone else who contacted us. I have been working for this department for quite a number of years, and I'm proud to be recognized once again for this great organization and what we can all do for it.
Thanks, Rodney. That was Rodney Spliffington. The voice of the morning here. We all know him. We all love it. I hope you're not talking about...
About who, Mr. Gross? Who? Someone in your past, someone you're afraid of mentioning on public TV? Someone you feel these people are not privileged enough to know?
You're talking about Adolfo, aren't you?
Adolfo? How do you know about Adolfo? Adolfo?
I know all about Adolfo. Don't you remember? Belgium? Of course you do. Yes, you do.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
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 Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Adolfo was a friendly native servant I found down in Belgium.
No.
I was reading in a recent tabloid that you have had an affair with the head of lettuce. Tell me, is this true? Is this really true?
That is entirely true. Yeah.
Where did you happen to meet this head of lettuce?
Where does anyone meet a head of lettuce?
Well, I mean, it could be a farmer's market. Be specific.
Sure, all right, sure. Yeah, I met the head of lettuce at a little place where I've been shopping for years. It's just a corner. It's situated on a corner with the streets at either side.
Street side.
The peak.
Yes, I see.
Do it on your own pocket calculator. 3 times 666 is 1998.
Now, about your book, what's it about?
You read it?
Has it got any maggots in it?
No.
Not one?
No.
Has it got any pastrami? Ah, yes, I have read it. I've read it. It's the one with the pastrami. But no maggots. At the end come the maggots. You were keeping us happy all the time. At the end come the maggots. You were keeping us secret. You were keeping us secret. You were keeping them. Weren't you tell us, we have to know, tell us, we have to know, weren't you hiding, You didn't want them to know, did you?
No. Next up, I'm going to try and see if I can get the Honorable Mr. Reeves. I don't know that he's willing to come up and speak. I'd like to have him come up and speak. Mr. Reeves, you all recognize and probably fear the name Mr. Reeves. Mr. Reeves has been here, well, much longer than I have. He's got a terrific reputation. Just an all-around great guy.
He's not Ian.
And, what's that?
He's not Ian.
I am too.
He is here, Mr. Reeves. Most of you have probably never seen Mr. Reeves. You only know his voice on the telephone. He's really something. I'm going to see if I can get him to come up here because he's really a terrific guy. Really a terrific guy. He's done me so many favors. And over the years, he's kind of helped me along through some tough times. And I think I owe him a public recognition.
Oh, thank you, Ted.
Mr. Reeves.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
Well, you know what? I can keep my identity concealed because everybody sucks. But I was willing to make this concerted effort come down and oh, heck, Ted. I just love you. Yes,
Mr. Reeves, that's right, Mr. Reeves. Thanks so much for coming up and speaking to us. Truly a fabulous man. He's been all over the world, and he's just crazy. He's crazy. Snapshots.
In almost every Scrabble game I've ever played, I've won big.
But nonetheless, your glasses have gotten uncomfortable, haven't they, Mr. Groves? Come on now.
Sure, I know what you're talking
Don't
about.
be afraid to admit it. Come on, we know, we can see it. It's obvious to everyone here, isn't it? Isn't it, too? Can't you tell? You can all tell quite clearly that Mr. Grove's glasses are uncomfortable, can't you? Tell us, Ted, tell
These
us.
glasses are a part of my body.
I don't think so. I think penis is part of your body, but your glasses aren't part of your body, therefore you're uncomfortable with them.
That's simply untrue. These glasses aren't part of my body. I'm as uncomfortable with them as I would be, say, with my this finger. What is the ring finger? I'm as uncomfortable with these glasses as I would be with my ring finger, or perhaps as I would be with my big toe. Or to phrase it differently, to say how uncomfortable I would be with my fourth rib. I'm as uncomfortable with these glasses as I might be with my fourth rib.
If your fourth ring finger was these glasses. All those glasses.
I'm not uncomfortable with these glasses. No.
All those glasses. Are you comfortable with those glasses? Comfortable with those glasses? If you can with those glasses.
No.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think he's comfortable with those glasses. I don't think so.
No.
No.
No. That's not true. 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 I think the main focus of this conversation should be the very slow but unmistakable decomposition of most of the major organs of my body.
The main reason for my involving myself in Adolfo's life is his beautiful sister, Adolfetti. Yes, she was beautiful, with huge tracts of land all up and down the countryside.
She was the older one, Adolfetti. Adolfina was the younger one.
Oh.
I could be wrong,
Well,
but I believe you had associations with both.
associations? What kind of association?
Why don't you tell me?
Well, you see, I used to take Adolfo and insert insanely mutated porcupines into his pancreas. Poor Adolfo did not appreciate such maneuvers and attempted to numb the pain with orange marmalade. This being in vain, Adolfo soon discovered that yanking on the porcupine from the tail was all too painful for him to bear. Therefore, the only solution was to drown the porcupine in lemon yogurt, which we did, and therefore made quite a mess and drew much public attention.
And naturally had to stop the lemon yogurt activities after the lemon yogurt famine of 1971.
Yes, being of course that lemon yogurt was in short supply at the time.
As I recall, was a result of the droughts in California and Florida, which were a result naturally of the nuclear weapons testing in New Zealand.
Which therefore affected Antarctica's shit supply.
That's precisely correct. And naturally the water, which had previously been circulating through the 34th and 35th temperate parallels, was recirculated and began to make its way back up toward the mainland, but never making it the full way before it was actually stopped from going to the mainland by some rerouting caused by lacks of mass in particular gravity-centered areas, which caused 1 degree of depth imperception, which caused huge masses of liquefied H2O and vaporized H2O to make its way across imperfect parallels and making it to other atmospheric conditions unsuitable to the crops on the mainland of the United States in the southwest and southeast regions, which was particularly devastating to the orange crop and the lemon crop. and also damage the tourist trade as a result of the poor publicity resulting from the inadequate orange crop and lemon crop. So naturally, something had to be done. Timeshare condominiums. Timeshare condominiums. With a timeshare condominium, you own time. You own a piece of time, which you can use to while away with vacation. The neatest and greatest of timeshare condominium. Timeshare condominium. It's the only way to go. It's the only way to go. A timeshare condominium. You buy time. You don't. It's the only way to go. It's the only way to go. Timeshare condominium. You can never own anything all of the time. You never own anything all of the time. You never know. You never know. You never know where it's going to come from. You never know where it will go. You never know where it's going to come from. You never know where it will go. You never know where it's going to come from. You never know where it will go. You never know where it's going to come from. Never know
where it's gonna go.
You never know.
What will happen to you?
You never know.
What you gonna do? You never know. What about that person you met in Peru? You never know what they are into. You don't know what you could do. You never know. Why don't you tell me? I want you to tell me.
You never know.
You've got certain things I want to know. I want to know. You've got certain things I want to know to show. You never know where it's gonna come from, where it will go. What you can do about it. You never know. Even try to figure, but you never really know. You think you know the answer, but you never really know. You can't take it far again. You can't take it far again. When you return, you will be right back here. You never know where it will come from, where it will go. Why don't you tell me? How can you tell me where it will come from? Where it will go? Promise, watch this show.
So the only answers were improved politics for you and Gladys.
Gladys only figures into this as a peripheral subject.
But damn it, she's ahead of us too.
Gosh. Well, I think that's about all we need to go through tonight. It's been a pleasure being here with you, and I want you all to know that 3 times 666 is 1998. Figure it on your pocket calculator. 3 times 666 is 1998. Think about that. Do it on your own pocket calculator. 3 times 666 is 1998. Do it at home. You can think 666, the number of things. Multiply them together. 1998. 1998. 1998. 1998. 1998.